to achieve the melody in a chord solo, you need to understand the way to play each named chord at various positions on the neck of the instrument. These different chords, or chords at different positions, are different inversions of that named chord. A major chord is made up of three tones: the first, or the root, the third, and the fifth of the named chord scale. For example, in the C scale, a C chord has the first note, or root, C. That's the name of the scale. The third is E, and the fifth is G. An inversion of a chord changes the tonal position of these chords. For example, the root chord may have C as a top note, as in this chord, or in the bass note, as this chord has. The next chord in the sequence will have the third in the scale, and the following chord after that would have the fifth in the scale. So here we have C, the third in the scale is E, and the fifth in the scale is G. When playing any chord, you should be thinking of the chords on either side of the one that you are playing. You can move to these chords to add interest to the song, and if you're playing with someone else, it can add a nice counter. So let us begin with the C chord. And I'm going to be playing a number of different chords. They're actually going to have the same inversion, but you have different notes that you can change. Here we have C at the open position. We have C at the third position, and it has the same top note as the other chord. We have C at the fifth position, and that has the third as a top note. We have C at the seventh position, and that also has a third at the top note. But then you can put your pinky down at the 10th fret on the first string to get that fifth. So here you can alternate between the third and the fifth. And then ultimately we go all the way up the scale, and we can put your third up, your fifth up here, and then finally, and that's hard to do because you're at the 12th position. Let's start with D, and this will be a study to show you that there are chords on either side. Just think about the C chord. Okay, here we have D. We can also play it like this. Up at the fifth position, up at the seventh position, and then up at the ninth position, and then ultimately, and if you had any more neck, you could go all the way up. G, now, you can do the same thing with major chords also. For example, here's C major 7th, another C major 7th, and then finally all the way up at the 12th fret. Now A major 7, C7, 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 D7, the minor sevenths also can be called a sixth of another scale. For example, C6, the relative minor of C scale is A, and so C6 becomes an A minor seventh. So if you think of your A minor sevenths or your minor sevenths chords, they also have another named chord. But let's start with A minor seventh. Look at the way we play this. D minor seventh, or also F6. And then you have a whole host of diminished chords that you can also think about how to play. And diminished chords, doesn't matter what the name is. If you're playing it at one position, you move up 4 positions and you get the next or the same chord. So here is A sharp diminished 7th, A sharp diminished, but you could also do like this. So, when you are playing a song and someone is playing in C, why not play up here? C, notice I'm also playing a whole bunch of other things, which will be another study where I'm playing C, C9, adding that, or G, and then banging on the +4, F, and sometimes I grab that F6, which is the D minor 7th. So I mean, D minor 7th. So you can go. They all cover. Next time.